Hi, Carol Fay. Okay, so I've got your sketch up from um, way back. Where was this? Back in Milestone One. So that's your original sketch, and then I also have your garbage dump Dan guy up here. Now, a couple of things that I think this is too close to the class example, which I'll pull up right now so we can see it. There's the class example. And then you can see that your background is really, really super similar. I mean, if you want to leave it to, that's up to you. I mean, I'm fine with it in terms of um, grading and showing proficiency, etc. But I just think it's too close in terms of really trying to strike some originality into your work. I think this is really, really similar to the example. So I would suggest maybe considering a different background. Great job on the drop shadow. Looks like you did that two-part drop shadow where it's going up the wall. That's a wonderful idea. I think that you could probably do that even if you were to maybe make this guy in a scene, like maybe back in an alley by a restaurant door or something where garbage accumulates, and this creature would be able to morph into this kind of garbage dump, food garbagey creature. That lurks in the shadows of the alley, as it were, so to speak. So, you know what I'm saying? Um, so, I think that looking at the sketch, you're concerned that it's more. He looks more like he's consuming than hurling, and I agree. And I think the reason is because it's the way that his posture is. So he's kind of leaning back, and he's got these mounds of pasta in his hands, and so he's leaning back so it appears as though he's shoveling it in, as opposed to this, where he's leaning forward and he's got his hands over his stomach, so it kind of looks like he's holding his stomach, leaning forward as the pasta is coming out of his mouth. I think that's the big difference there, is that just the posture of the can itself. Um, Another thing I want to mention is that you're showing really good masking, and that's awesome. So you're showing good technical proficiency. But the thing I'm seeing is that you have garbage dump Dan, but you have these cookies. These are brand new, spanking fresh cookies right out of the oven. I mean, the look at the Hershey's Kisses aren't even. I mean, they're perfect. The pasta is. I mean, it looks like it's brand new. Um, the bananas look like they've got some bruises in them, but they still look pretty new. And then the garbage can itself is brand new. And then these cables, where if I take one of these cables and we turn it off, these cables they're brand new too. So I think one of the confusing things is that you're not using garbage to create your garbage creature. Does that make sense? So I would find like a beat up garbage can, some stuff from actual junk from the dump that actually collected itself and morphed itself into this creature. And again, my suggestion is to put them in an alley somewhere by a restaurant back door in a garbage alley or something. I think that would make more sense. But the good news is that you're really showing wonderful technical proficiency and some really, really good creativity in terms of pushing the bounds of creating the shadow so it creeps up the wall like that. And so really good stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing this thing move forward. So good job. If you have any questions, please just get with me. Thanks, Carol.